Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a top 5. So yes, I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today, well, this week's top 5 is on the Sontaran Stories. So let's get this going. So for this list, I'm going to include classic and modern Doctor Who stories, but Doctor Who stories that have featured like Sontarans such as Strax or had only like a brief cameo will not be considered for this list. Before I get started, I want to give out some honourable mentions. One honourable mention to the last Sontaran from the Sarah Jane Adventures, and what was it Attack of the Wrath of the Bane or something? The series finale of series 2 of the Sarah Jane Adventures. I can't remember that. Anyway, yeah, let's just start our countdown. So, coming in at number 5, we have The Two Doctors. So this was a multi-doctor story, and this was a story where it was pure coincidence. The 2nd and 6th Doctor met coincidentally, no time crash, they just coincidentally met, and I like this. I like Patrick Troughton in this, as he just acted as if he like popped off set for 2 seconds and got back on it. This also features the Sontarans. Now, I wouldn't say the Sontarans were an antagonist in this one, sorry, but the main villains I think were the Androgons in it, but we did feature Sontarans. I don't know how those actors did it in the hot Spanish sun when they were filming that story. But still, it was an okay story, but I feel like the Sontarans aren't the main threat in this one. So let's move on to our next one. Coming in at number 4, it is the Sontaran Experiment. Yes, this is a 4th Doctor adventure from 1975 where the Doctor, Sarah and Harry come across a Sontaran, and it's an experiment that he's doing, and yeah, they walk in whilst he's conducting these experiments, and at first Sarah thinks it's links from a previous story, The Time Warrior, which we will get to in a moment. Yeah, in this one, she was, we had a Sontaran in it, we had only one, and he looked slightly different to Link, so it wasn't the same one. And yeah, I don't remember that story much because it's not one of my favourites, but still, it is a good one. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have the Time Warrior. Yes, the Time Warrior from 1973. So this is where it all began. The first Sontaran adventure and the first Sarah Jane adventure. Back in the day, a lot of stories took place in the future because it hadn't happened yet. And also back then they had to be careful with what they did with the past. But in this one they thought, let's get the past with elements of the future. Let's have a Sontaran in the Middle Ages. And that's what they did. And that was the first Sontaran we met, Lynx. This was a 4-part adventure, and it was the first 3rd Doctor story I owned on DVD. Yeah, it was a good serial, I thought. Okay, let's get to the next one. Number 2 is the Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky. The first, and up to now the only Sontaran-focused story in the modern revived era. This was the first modern Sontaran story that was made where the 10th Doctor, David Tennant, came into contact with the Sontaran. It was a 2-part story. We had like Sontaran armies. We even had Christopher Ryan play General Stahl in it, who was one of the Sontarans. And yeah, it was a fun story. I like the action sequences in it. I like how the Doctor worked with UNIT again, which was something that hadn't been done for a while. The Doctor and UNIT working together, and they still said, "You're still on our staff board. You never resigned." I thought, yeah, 3rd and 4th Doctors. So yeah, that was a fun story for me, and it was a good one from the revived era. Okay, number 1 it is The Invasion of Time. Yes, 1978, where we see the Fourth Doctor encounter the Sontarans again. This time the Sontarans come to Gallifrey and they're causing a mass invasion, and they are just, you know, up to mayhem. And what I liked about this one was that we also, you know, we got to go deeper into the TARDIS. I mean, like, explore different chambers such as a swimming pool and that. We got to go deeper into the TARDIS, and we had the Sontarans like invading time or attempting to invade time. I mean, these Sontarans didn't like turn up until like halfway into the story, I think, but when they did, they were the real baddies in this. And yeah, it was an okay serial on that. In fact, it's probably one of the best ones. That's why, in my opinion anyway, that's why I've got it at number 1 in this list. So yeah, The Invasion of Time. So that is it for this week's top 5. How would you rank these Sontaran stories? You know, do you have a ranking? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are down below in the description, so be sure to check all that out. I have been Davros the Whovian, and until next time, run for your life.